Right, welcome everyone. We've got a massive, and I mean an absolutely massive match going on tomorrow. The return of the Serie A in Milan. The team is departing right now from Rome, and they're heading to Milan tonight. But it's a match which we need to try and win, to start the season well, to keep our objectives going. And it's also the match which basically is defining. I mean, I wouldn't say defining. Nah, that's the wrong term. Let me just get rid of this. Because it is actually the first match, which I assume Maitland-Niles will become, the first Roma player. And he's not playing, and he's not going to be, he's obviously not going to get a call for that match. But Maitland-Niles is basically a new Roma player, and in fact he underwent his medicals today in London, and tomorrow late tonight, early tomorrow morning he should arrive in Rome and sign his contract. So yeah, that's transfer market news. Maitland-Niles is basically a new Roma player, which means that Mourinho has him for the match against Juventus the 9th of January. But today, all the focus is on Jose. All the focus is on what Jose said in the press conference before this match, which is the first press conference of 2022. Press conferences are back. And this is exactly what he said, It was, compared to the average amount of press conferences, I actually think this was a fairly long one, because I think very detailed question, he got asked some very, very, very complex, detailed questions, as you'll see from this live stream. So let's get cracking, because the first question is possibly answering, and will possibly, answer all the doubts and that Roma fans have right now. Because the biggest doubt that Roma fans have right now is not having Rui Patricio starting tomorrow, because he's got muscle back problems. Then Fusato, which is his second option, has got the COVID. And this means that 2 out of the 3 goalkeepers who get a call tomorrow are academy players. So obviously the first question is, how is the team doing after this break? How did they train in these days? And can you give us some news about Rui Patricio? The fact that it's the first question, highlights it's the fans' biggest fear up to now. And Mourinho said Rui will play. He did not train yesterday, and he did not train the day before due to a back problem. He trained today, and he will play tomorrow. Fusato will not be there, obviously due to COVID. And we will bring Bauer and Master Antonio, our 2 academy goalkeepers. Rui is in perfect shape to play. It was a week of holidays and work. We worked well. It's 15 days without competition, and it's natural that we lose something in terms of intensity and pace of play. But we're fine. So, there you go. We got a straight tick. The first thing, and it could not have been, quicker. The first thing Mourinho said is Rui will play. Clearing out all the doubts AS Roma fans had. And it's important he's playing because of only one thing. Was the experience which the 2 other goalkeepers don't have. So it's a massive, massive return for us. But obviously, our biggest fear in a way, the fans' biggest fear, was not seeing Rui Patricio in goal. Mourinho's biggest fear is exactly this. And he said it very well. He said, after 15 days without competition, it's natural that we lose something in terms of intensity and pace of play. So, Mourinho's biggest fear approaching tomorrow's match is that due to this break, the team has lost momentum. And this is a bad thing, because the first 2 matches are Milan and Juventus. So Mourinho's big fear is that. And obviously, Mourinho loves, cancelling his fears out. And I expect a great match from Roma. Not necessarily winning tomorrow. A win will be insane. If we play like we played against Atalanta, we will win against AC Milan. And we'll grab all the 3 most important points. But playing well tomorrow is not equal to winning. If we play well, maybe we get a 1-1 draw, a 2-2 draw. In a way, it's bad. But I can see the positive sides of it. After almost 15 to 20 days of break, having an immediate impact an immediate match against AC Milan, which is a top team in the Serie A, second in the Serie A right now, can be hard. So it'll be a very equal match, very difficult match, because AC Milan have got their top players back. Ibrahimovic is back, Leao is back, and Giroud is back. But we gotta balance things out. So Mourinho's biggest fear is exactly this: to lose the momentum. But he'll do anything possible to kind of get that away, get that doubt away from the players' minds. Right. The second question is actually a very, very detailed question, and it's possibly a question which Mourinho took quite a lot of time to answer, because it's many questions coming from one single journalist. And the journalist said, "You're marking the history of Rome with his arrival. There is a Rome before Mourinho, and there is a Rome after Mourinho. Are there any clubs that he couldn't go to precisely because he coached their rivals? And lastly, did the club solve the problem with unvaccinated players?" Which is a big shout in these last couple of hours, because if you missed yesterday's live stream, the preview for AC Milan, there's one anti-Novax in the AS Roma team, and rumors say it's Chris Smalling. It is Chris Smalling, and basically there's a law going on in Italy that after the 10th of January, unvaccinated players are not able to play football. So, flashback, first question is, and I think this is interesting, because you can really get an impression of the different mentality that journalists have in compared to Mourinho. Because according to a journalist, this journalist said something interesting in a way. He said, "You are marking history for AS Roma. There was a Roma before Mourinho's era, and there will be a Roma after Mourinho's era." I think it's important to note this, because what journalists and fans think is that the fact that someone like Jose Mourinho joined your club, that's automatic history for you. However, the mentality inside Jose Mourinho is completely different. Completely different. Because this is what he said: "You're too nice to say that there's a Roma before and after me. I don't think so. To make real history, you need trophies. You can do a great job without cups. There are many coaches who do fantastic jobs without winning trophies. But to make history here and to leave your name here in true history, you need trophies that we don't have right now." So you can seriously get different perspectives of what different people think. One person, which is possibly a Roma fan, a Roma journalist, thinks that the fact that a manager like Mourinho joined AS Roma, that will mark history forever. But Mourinho says, "No. To remain in the history of this club, I need to win trophies." So you can really get the two different perspectives here. And then he said, "It's not disrespect, but I will never be able to coach Lazio, for example." Ole! Ole! That's exactly all that we needed from Jose Mourinho. We can leave, we can end the live stream, but no. He said, "I will never be able to coach Lazio, as I'll never be able to coach AC Milan." But he said it's not a sign of disrespect, it's just a sign of rivalry. And then, unvaccinated players, these are private things, and the players have the right to protect their privacy. Even some players had COVID last week, asked for privacy, and we respected that. Rules are rules. The law is the law. When the Italian government decides, the decision must be respected. The player who so far cannot have been vaccinated, obviously, we want him to respect the law and be able to do his job and play. But I don't think we'll have problems internally. Interesting, because Mourinho doesn't feel as if this situation, Smalling is vaccinated now. I'm not sure about that, mate. I don't think he is. What Mourinho thinks is that, there will be no problems even if, Smalling doesn't get vaccinated. Because he is right to say that these are personal things, Smalling can be pro, can be against the vaccine. Obviously, with the job he has, playing football and earning God knows how much money he earns, a vaccine helps, but if he doesn't want to get the vaccine, then unfortunately he has to follow the law. Because the Italian law says that after the 10th of January, players who are not vaccinated cannot play in Italy. So, okay, I mean, you want to follow your own path, you want to follow your own beliefs, you want to continue your belief as an anti-vax, that's not a problem, but, you have to know the fact that you're not going to play football after the 10th of January. So, this morning right now, in these last couple of hours, is being tormented. Absolutely blown away on social media. He's receiving so many comments asking him to, people saying that he needs to take the vaccine. It's his personal decision. According to Mourinho, there are other ways, but, Mourinho said it, and I think he said it extremely well. The law is the law. You can't do anything about it. So, right. Our second to last argument is obviously Maitland-Niles, who's set to become our new... he is basically our new player. He underwent his medicals in London today, and later tonight or early tomorrow morning, he will fly in Rome and sign his contract as a loan with Arsenal. Is Maitland-Niles official now? I just joined the stream. It's not official. It's 99% done. He went, as I said before, he had his medics done this morning in London, and he'll be flying to Rome tomorrow to meet his good old Premier League friends. So, journalist asked, Maitland-Niles, do you expect anything else in this transfer market? This is interesting. I don't feel comfortable talking about him right now because no one told me he's officially our player, and that's the correct thing to do. Right now, he's not our player. He grew up at Arsenal when I was at Chelsea and Tottenham. I know him well. Our market is known. It will not be similar to that of Atalanta or Fiorentina. We need to continue on the same path and we need to achieve our own transfer market. We must try to improve the balance of the squad with 1 or 2 players on loan. For example, Karsdorp has always played, and when he had a red card against Inter Milan, we were not a team and we lost. Main reason coming from Jose Mourinho's mouth of why Roma bought Maitland-Niles is exactly this: to give Karsdorp rest, because he is one of the players who played the most in this first half of the season. So players need a rest, we need balance, and we need to improve the squad depth. And Mourinho expects 2 or more players coming on loan. He wants a midfielder. Maitland-Niles can play as a midfielder, but he wants a real midfielder. And in these last couple of days, pole position is always from Kamara. When it comes to the transfer market, selling players, Kyrie are basically done with Calafiori as soon as Maitland-Niles joins for Roma on a loan. Calafiori will join Kyrie on a loan as a counter thing. Then Villar, there was a rumor going on with a swap between Villar and Vecino for Inter Milan, but I'm totally against that. I think it's pointless because the age. I know Mourinho doesn't like Villar, but I think Villar has a way more amazing prospect and future than Vecino, who's coming towards the end of his career. And yeah, Kamara in midfielder is pole position, so we'll see what happens. But Mourinho expects more players to improve the squad depth. And now the last thing is the most dumbass question a journalist could ask, because I'm not sure if this guy was trying to be, I don't know, a little dick or someone, but he went, how do you compare Abraham to Ibrahimovic? What the hell are you talking about? How can you come up with such a question? How? I mean, I don't get how journalists come up with these questions. How do you compare Abraham with Ibrahimovic? You're retired. Just retire from your job. How can you compare them? Ibrahimovic is someone who played in massive clubs, who won so many trophies, and who's almost like 41 years old. And the other guy is a young player coming, trying to find new experiences. I can't find a way. How do you compare these two? Because this is what Mourinho said. I don't like comparing players, especially if you compare a player with a terrible history and another who tries to build his history. Let's leave Tammy calm and let's not compare him with Ibrahimovic. Because what happens is that with these dumbass questions these journalists ask, you know, Abraham's, how do you call it? Abraham's mentality drops because he feels as if now he needs to be at the same level as Zlatan Ibrahimovic. These journalists should stop attending press conferences and ask these bullshit questions, which are appalling because you can't compare these two players. So, you know, we have Tammy, they have Ibrahimovic. Did he win more? I couldn't care less. I've got Tammy Boy, and I appreciate Tammy Boy. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a press conference, an absolute tremendous question coming from a journalist, but other were interesting, such as the transfer market one and a few others. So it was a fairly long press conference. Sorry. I think it's good that we managed to get a player who can help be a sub and potentially a starter in midfielder and right back positions that we need. Yeah. But to be honest, I don't really know the guy, so we'll see. Roma win 3-2. What a match that would be. I hope Maitland knows he won't be a primary player, but a good reserve, so his expectations are in check. Niles is a bowler. People should mind their own business regarding personal healthcare choices. Those fans are psychopaths, says Logical Fallacy Watch. And yeah, press conference is over tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I invite you to set reminder on your calendars, 6:30 Italian time, 5:30 UK time. Just, you know, wherever you're from, come back. Live streams are back. And to start the 2020 season with a massive live watch along, I have got, most likely, not official yet, but most probably there will be Josh joining me right here in this room, and we'll do the live watch along together, which would be great debut to 2022. If you are new here, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, we're getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers. So every subscriber counts. You know, get your families, your friends, your parents to subscribe. And like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video. Comment in the comments what you feel about this press conference, impressions. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Follow me over here, down there, at Lower Score This Simon Show on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, set a reminder tomorrow. There you go. Hamilton is back, you absolute dickhead. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Set reminder. Simon out.